I did have a quick little fun question because I thought about it today, and
Is
that's
this
another
the
thing.
is this the question of the hour?
The question of the hour.
All right.
Um,
Brought to you by any sponsor. Sponsor us, you guys.
yeah, what he said. Um, but this is something I've thought about because I've had this moment happen to me twice from people who were one was definitely drunk, the other one we claimed was drunk, but the other person who said it claimed they were not. So that will also clarify that if you were confused. Um, so the question is, what is the best or like funniest compliments you've ever gotten? And I'll go first here just because it's
Yeah.
hilarious. So the one, the big one I want to share is
The
one I
big
got
one.
from our good friend, and you mentioned him earlier today, or earlier in this podcast. Tommy Fitzgerald did this
Oh no.
during his bachelor party about a half hour, 45 minutes before we got back to the dock when he was asleep on the deck. So you were, I think you were in the water with uh, his brothers, or you
Everybody.
were, yeah, with his brothers. So
Brother
on the
brother in
boat,
laws.
brothers-in-laws, right? Sorry. And it was me, JJ, Brian, and then a drunk Tommy. Where for some reason we're talking, JJ and I were talking about like this podcast and just podcasting in general
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
everything. And a drunk, very drunk Tommy is telling me how, just talking about this podcast and everything, how he loves it when Brian and I are on because he just loves like I guess the chemistry.
Yeah.
We may have been poking jabs. The reason I got $1 at his
Oh
wedding,
yeah.
your ability to go long in stories and everything.
Yep.
And then at one point he just goes, "Yeah, Witmer, you have the best radio voice." Like, thank you. And I wish he was on this because I want to know if he would remember that or not.
We'll have to get him on at some point. Yeah, that's fantastic. I love you guys
The
are just
best
randomly talking
compliment
about
I've
one
ever
thing and
gotten.
then complete 180. You have the best radio voice. Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Oh, it was
I,
one
I,
of
I
the. It
yeah,
was.
I was gonna say I
It was. It
definitely
was.
either A, don't remember that for obvious
You were
reasons,
you were
or
definitely in the
B,
water. You weren't on the
or
boat when you were
B in the
talking about
water.
this.
I
You
didn't
were in
hear
the
it. So
water.
that,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, cool. Well, we'll stick with that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, because
That's
it was
hysterical. Oh,
hilarious, and
I
it's
love
it's
that.
ingrained into my mind because just she said, "Winry, you have a great radio voice." Like, thank you, thank you, drunk Tommy.
I actually
Um,
have never heard of that one. So that's very
and
funny.
then the other one happened this past weekend when you were coming back from my dad's birthday dinner, and my brother's wife, who claimed she was not drunk during this conversation, me and my brother both think she may have had one too many, even though she said, "I only had 2 drinks. I'm not drunk." So, the famous
Sure.
words when you're saying you're not drunk. But she said how I would be a great dad and that I'd be a better dad than my brother would be. It's like, oh, okay.
Okay then.
It's like, yeah, you're drunk. Yeah, you're drunk.
Yeah,
It's
that
like, no,
that's like
she's like, no, I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. It's like, yep, no, you're drunk.
if I ever heard a joke comment slash compliment, that's it.
Yeah,
And then immediately defending yourself. Oh no, no, no! I swear I'm not drunk. I swear I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
you're
Go
drunk.
home.
And the reason why she
Yeah.
said that is because whenever my mom, because
Mm-hmm.
recently my mom's been watching my brother's daughter, my one
Mm-hmm.
niece, frequently. So I'm seeing her a lot and everything.
Hey, it makes
Um,
sense though.
and she's seeing me like with my other niece, where I've
Yeah,
become also 2 for 2, favorite uncle, batting 100.
count it.
So
Love it.
just need to get the one more. She's not
And
old
you got the
enough
hat
yet.
trick.
Yes. Um, but yes, I've officially become the favorite uncle. So that
And
is
I
essentially why
think
that's
that's
essentially why
yeah,
she said it because
yeah.
the other day, again, my parents were out in Pittsburgh, because my dad had a work thing and they just
Mm.
took advantage of going to see my,
Yeah, why not?
nieces. And again, I was dog sitting during this time and, I had to babysit during this time, on like, I think exactly a week ago, last Tuesday. I had to babysit and everything. So, I've been like watching her and everything, and just again,
Yeah.
two great compliments that were just given to me by people who were drunk. Any kind of compliments like that ever?
So I will say, like when you asked me this question before the podcast, that thankfully helped me prepare for this one. The first thing that immediately pops in my mind it is it's such a unique one because um, it's like a compliment slash like I knew with how the person was trying to word it like it was nothing bad or anything like that. I've gotten this many times too before. I still don't understand it or will never see it, but this was the first time I forget when it technically happened the first time, but the first time I got complimented slash compared to somebody else was and this is like freshman slash sophomore year of college, I think, where someone said, "Oh, you look like Adam Sandler." I was like, "Okay," I don't see it. Thank you. And so just like once in a blue moon, I'll have somebody like we'll have conversations. Oh, like you ever have celebrity doppelgangers? And someone immediately, almost 9 times out of 10, said, "Oh, Jeff looks like Adam Sandler." I'm like, again, appreciate it. I don't
Yep.
see it, but
Yeah,
thank you.
I don't see it either. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I was like, I'll take the comedy part, but I don't think that's what we're talking about. um,
I mean, I'll
but
take his money and
he'll take
everything.
his money, his fortune, his cars,
Yeah,
his house. So that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But just not his age right now. But no. So anyway, so the funny compliment I got is again around being compared to and like say look like Adam Sandler. So this is my junior year where I was doing my internship with the Bookstore Square and Penguins,
I remember
and
that. I came to
yes,
visit a lot during that time.
yes, it did, and that was also the same year I then met my future wife.
That is true.
Success.
Yes.
Um, So I was going up to where the press box was the one day to like in certain like parts of the press box and also like other suites. There was team reps, scouts, and other members of the media were had to hand out game notes and other stats and whatnot. So I had a whole stack of papers with me. Rode up the elevator to go and drop them off. I think this is pregame actually. And as soon as you get off the elevator, there is a very nice, like concierge that greets you and everything with that same woman every time. Always super nice and
Ooh,
accommodating.
they have one of
And
those?
a later drink. You know what? Just drink a nice old fashioned just for that reference because it's been so long.
You gave me
Anyway,
a
that's what she
permission.
said. Yep, exactly.
Everybody listen to this. Jeff gave me the permission.
But so as I was going, past her and everything, I said, "Oh, hi, how are you? Good, how are you?" And she goes, "Oh, you know something? She's like, we talked before and everything like that." I was like, "Oh, I always like say hi." And she's like, "I have a question for you." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "I don't know where this is going, but go for it." She's like, "Has anyone ever told you that you look a lot like," and before she even finished her sentence, I'm like, $20 is you're going to say Adam Sandler. She's like, "Oh my God, how'd you know?" I'm like, I get that a lot more than I feel like I should. She just started cracking up. So then every time she saw me, she made a running joke.
Of
Every
course.
single time she saw me, she would just say, "Hi, Adam. How's it going?" And so from that point on, she would always refer to me just as Adam and not my actual name and everything like that, which is fun. But it was
Yeah.
just very funny though. But and like the first time it happened, the next time she's like, "Hey, Adam, how's it going?" And I looked around, I was like, "Who the hell is that?" I was like, and I saw eye contact, and she just started cracking. I was like, "Oh my God!" I was like, "I'm sorry, it's been a night. I completely forgot. Thank you. Yes, hi." So that's like like one of
Yeah.
the more
Yeah.
funnier, such like interesting
It's
quote unquote compliments I've gotten. Is just like the comparison, but also
yeah,
this small story with that.
I had a similar thing. It was out of the blue. I don't know why you said it, but this is in like junior year of high school. And this guy was one of my friends
Mm.
at our lunch table. He goes, "With your glasses, you look like one of the guys from Weezer." I was like, "Okay,
Okay, thanks.
thanks."
That's funny. That's funny. I like that. That now that is more random. I will say.